What's up guys, it's Flip and welcome back to the channel. The launch of Season 4 didn't fulfill as much of our needs as we first thought it would, but within the coming weeks and what we've got left of Season 4, there's potential for a few pretty big updates left on the roadmap, including a new DLC weapon, multiplayer map and a new operator. We know for sure we're going to get a mid-season update soon, and as of now we've got some decent confirmations on what some of the changes that will be coming to the game in the upcoming updates. So as we break it all down, if you do enjoy the video at any point, let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe if you are new and want to keep up to date with all the latest Call of Duty news, leaks, updates, tips and tricks, with notifications turned on to know when I next upload. Now all this information today is either coming from some Infinity Ward developers directly or through the Trello board. The timing of all this is also quite important to bring up as well, as we're all wondering when the mid-season update is going to be. As of now nothing has been confirmed, but Ashton Williams did tweet saying that today was just a playlist update. That was last Tuesday by the way. Weapon changes and other fixes will be in our next update. I can't give timing just yet, but more details to come. So obviously we've got some weapons being tuned coming up. More on that in a second, but she says those changes and fixes will be coming in our next update, but note how she doesn't specifically say title updates, which is kind of confusing because this seems to imply that the next update could go live on Tuesday the 30th, being the 1.23 mid-season update. However, she could also be referring to the next actual title update in general. Because she doesn't specify, it makes it very hard for us to know and therefore make assumptions. If it doesn't end up coming tomorrow, June the 30th, I predict the week after with being the 7th of July, as it makes sense for it to be out this week or next. Now as I just mentioned, one of the biggest changes coming in the next title update is going to be a round of new weapon tunings and adjustments, meaning we're going to see some buffs and nerfs. As we've mentioned, we're not sure what the weapons will be that will be receiving the buffs or nerfs just yet, but the Grau is going to be on the receiving end of some nerfs according to Joe Seacott on Twitter. He quoted a tweet asking when the Grau was going to be nerfed by saying, "We have a batch of weapon tunings in the works for the mid-season update." So that'll probably be the biggest change that we know of so far. Moving on, another recent change that was announced coming again from Joe Seacott over on Twitter was that he said they'll be adding realism mode back to the quick play filter for Warzone sometime soon, and this could come with any random playlist update, or it could be tied to the mid-season one. It doesn't necessarily need a big update to add this in, so don't be surprised if it comes in a minor update. This will become a permanent option under the new quick play tab sometime in the near future. Now another thing we know is coming is the redesign of the Warzone menu and a reorganisation of the entire menu. It will change how the playlist will be shown. He mentions in this tweet that in the next big update, that we're assuming is the mid-season one, there are going to be a few further improvements to this UI to allow for more room and visibility. I assume that they're going to be grouping certain modes together, for example, Plunder that has duos or blood money. Also probably have a Battle Royale core category with quads, trios, duos and solos, and then probably an LTM category with the various limited time modes that we see in that week. It's not the biggest update in the world, but it's a new change nonetheless. Another minor thing confirmed by David Mickner is that the Cali sticks are going to be added into the custom game modes like Infected and Gun Game in a future patch. Something else to add in regard to the 1.23 title update itself. A while back, Ashton Williams mentioned that Infinity Ward are going to be focusing on minimising the sizes of all future updates as much as possible, as Modern Warfare is already a very large game already. Thick you could say. It takes up tons of space and people are worried that they're not going to have enough with the updates being so large in size. However, someone did ask her if the future updates will be similar to the ones recently, where they take up much less space once the update is finished, like we saw in the Season 4 update. She said she is not 100% sure, but same or less is what they're aiming for. This means that in the future we could see the larger downloads, like what we've seen for most of the year, however the actual size being taken up will only be an additional few, so there's just a heads up. A few bugs also being worked on and updated in a future patch are the M4 reload not working correctly when having an underbarrel launcher and a 50 round mag equipped, the restock of flammable throwing knives by running over the ones on the ground, demolition not working as intended in overtime, and then for Warzone there are a ton that are in progress. We see some players spawning under the map after winning the Gulag, supply chopper audio being too loud, and supply choppers killing players when they rise from the ground after being stuck under the map. These should all be fixed in a future patch. I'm particularly happy about the audio being fixed, as you can't hear anything when they're nearby, meaning that you're missing out on vital cues such as someone opening a door, etc, etc. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for today's video. Like I said before, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know by dropping a like on it, and subscribe if you are new and want to keep up to date with all the latest Call of Duty news, leaks, updates, tips and tricks, with notifications turned on to know when our next upload. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Flip. Peace.